Saeed, I would say that is a tragedy.
Okay.
It's a tragedy for those babies.
Right.
It's a tragedy for their family members.
Right.
It's a tragedy for the Palestinian people, and it is a tragedy for the world.
Okay.
And it is why we have made clear that far too many Palestinians have been killed in this conflict, and that, of course, includes far too many Palestinian children and, of course, Palestinian babies. And it is why we have taken every measure we could to speak loudly and clearly to the government of Israel that it needs to do everything it can to minimize civilian harm. And it's why we have worked to try and move humanitarian assistance in. And it is also why I will say we have said that Hamas should stop hiding its fighters
Right. I
in
understand.
hospitals.
I'm talking about this particular incident.
I know. It gets to the very difficult nature of this war,
Right.
And the immense human tragedy that has been inflicted on far too many people.
But if it happened, it's not a war crime, or is it a war crime?
So I'm never going to be able to make an assessment here. You saw us today make a conclusion about war crimes after a very deliberate
Right.
fact-finding
Right.
process where we then apply the facts to the law. It's not something I can do responding
So
to a
will the
report.
US do a fact-finding?
Just please let me finish my answers before you interrupt. I will take all of your questions.
Sure.
It is not something I can do responding to a report from the podium.
Okay, I understand, but would the U.S. consider sending a fact-finding mission like you did?
We are in the middle of a conflict right now, an ongoing conflict. We monitor all of these reports, but I'm not going to speak to what actions we might take when we're still in the middle of major combat operations.
And lastly,